Why the secret coast? Many people think of Canada's colonial history in terms of the English and the French. And sure, that might be true on the east coast of the country, but here on the west coast, on the shores of Vancouver Island, the story is actually very different. It was actually the Spanish who were the very first explorers to arrive here and make the very first contacts with the indigenous people, the Nuu-chah-nulth. Many people don't know about this aspect of Canada's history and what an important role the Spanish played. It's almost like it's been kept secret. And that's why I call this place the Secret Coast. That history is why so many places around here have Spanish names, like Juan de Fuca Strait, and Quadra and Galiano and Cortez Islands. The town I live in, Port Alberni, is named for the Spanish soldier who started the first European vegetable garden in what we now call the province of British Columbia. That was nearly 250 years ago. That was up on Nuu-chah Island. Spain and Britain nearly came to war over these territories a couple of years later. What is now Western Canada very nearly ended up becoming Spanish, like Mexico and most of Central and South America, rather than British. Our Secret Coast expedition will take us to these sites, now mostly abandoned, where these incredible historic events occurred. Once a hub of activity and contact between four cultures, the Spanish, the English, the Americans, and of course the Nuu-chah-nulth inhabitants, this coastline has mostly reverted to wild and remote shorelines. But we will spend a month this summer traversing it on foot and by kayak, and along the way we are going to encounter the Nuu-chah-nulth inhabitants who still carry stories of these early contacts in their oral history. Many wonderful sponsors are helping us make the Secret Coast expedition happen. Our presenting sponsors are the Royal Canadian Geographical Society, whose mandate is to make Canada better known to Canadians and to the world, and the Spanish Embassy in Canada, in acknowledgement of this important period in our shared history. The Wickaninnish Inn in Tofino is sponsoring the Nuu-chah-nulth storytelling part of the project, and numerous industry sponsors are supporting us too. This is challenging country. It is still mostly uninhabited for good reason. But, weather permitting, we will float plane up to Rugged Point at the entrance to Cayucot Sound on June 9th. We plan to pick up our folding kayaks and transition to our seagoing stage 3 weeks later at historic Cougar Annie's Garden. That should be around Canada Day, July 1st. And we expect to land our kayaks at Chesterman's Beach, Tofino, in front of the Wickaninnish Inn on the morning of July 8th. Maybe see you there. Keep an eye on our website for progress updates.